slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness.
Hello and welcome back to the Unlikely Friends podcast. I'm your host Courtney, also known as Court Snort on TikTok. This is Jeramie, also known as the Toxic Jeramie on TikTok. And today we have our friend Sethopher. Hi, Seth.
A very special guest. He's a very special guest.
Our first ever guest on the Unlikely Friends podcast, which is amazing. Unfortunately, we're not able to be in person. So this is kind of our platform when we can't be in person. But here we are.
I like this platform a lot. Shout out to
it actually feels like home for us.
Yes.
It's kind of amazing.
Giant boxes.
Yeah, we're used to being on boxes and TikTok. So here we are in boxes on a completely different platform. So, you know, making our special guests feel comfortable as we can.
It's helping a little bit.
Yeah,
it's bigger boxes.
It is bigger box. It's like when we're only like 3 of us in a box, you know, instead of 9 of us.
Right.
Just kind of fun.
Which isn't very often.
Yeah, not very often.
On steroids right now.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to be a lot bigger on people's screens at home too, which is kind of scary.
About that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Seth's big old head's going to be right in the middle of everybody's screen.
I
love it.
He even got a new haircut today, so
yeah.
I did.
I told him to get a haircut today.
Did
you see that, Jeramie?
Kind of disappointed you lost the beard. You looked like a hard ass with that beard.
I was looking rough. I had to.
I told him, I said, you look unkept. You need to get a haircut.
It's a good way to put it. Super polite way to say you look like shit, Seth.
Well, like I told you earlier, it is because I was on the vacation, seeing all of y'all, and then the extended vacation. So it went a little bit longer than what I normally do for a haircut, but it was all worth it.
You look like you feel good.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's feeling better. Yeah. I've had a really good time being up there, seeing all of y'all, getting to actually meet y'all in person, and being able to just interact, because it's different meeting someone in person compared to in boxes. So being able to really get to know everybody and be able to kind of go off to the side at times and be able to just talk, it really made it feel like a family. Which is kind of what we've kind of built it to be. So
I think that
sorry, Court.
No, go ahead.
What was your biggest takeaway from the get together, Seth?
Really just the fact that we all have struggles that we're going through, and that we really need to just pull together as a group. I mean, we literally have people of all different walks of life, different careers, different family aspects and all, that all came together after knowing each other, like y'all said in the last podcast, only a couple months, and being able to be like a big family that we've known each other our whole lives, it feels like. At least for me, it did. And just being able to really have that family connection that some of us don't have at times. It really helps mentally and just emotionally, just being able to build that connection and that friendship and family aspect.
Yeah. Absolutely. And you know what I think has been so cool about it too is that now I feel like I just know everybody so much better. Obvious. I mean, that's kind of obvious, but the thing that I like really leaned into was I think everyone in person, and we had kind of talked about this beforehand too, like before we all met, is that it's going to be like boxes on steroids, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, like so many people are so different in person, and not different in a bad way, like not like they're fake online or anything like that, but well, some of them.
Yeah. Some of them were.
Not that they're like fake
I
online or
don't know what you're
anything, but
talking about.
meeting like Seth is one of those people that when he's sitting in a box, like his resting face is like so stoic, and he's always got like his
Yeah.
brows are always like this, and he
Absolutely.
just
Like,
looks like he's all the time. But when you see him in person, he's got this bright smile and he's like laughing all the time and
You
having
should
so
have
much
seen him when he
fun.
met
And
Courtney and I. You should have seen him when he got out of his car. He was the most excited.
oh, it was
person there. By
amazing. And maybe we
happiness
can
on steroids.
I'm going to talk to Carrot about editing the clip of us meeting. I'm going to try to find it because it's on my live recording, I think, of him hugging me, because he hugged me like I hugged Nick, and he like damn near almost tackled me, which was
Almost tackled.
hilarious.
Yeah.
And I mean, just like the warmth of like meeting Seth for the first time in person was incredible.
And
Incredible.
it was the same for me, Courtney, and I mean everybody that was there when I first got there. I mean it after an 8-hour drive of leaving at 5 o'clock in the morning and being just going up. I was so ready to get there, and just different things happening throughout the trip and all up. From having to get out to stretch my legs and all, to having to stop and get fuel a couple times and different things, and it put me a little bit further back, and I was like, am I ever going to get there? And
Yeah.
then I ended up going past the house and all because I missed the turn and all, and I was like, well darn, where is it at? And Nick ended up coming out to the road and waving me down, and then I mean
I forgot
y'all
about
kind
That happened.
I did
I
too.
forgot that happened.
y'all kind of joked about it when I first came up. Y'all thought I was gonna run over y'all because I was so excited to get up there and be able to see y'all.
I was standing in the driveway and he was coming up the driveway so fast, and I was like, oh my God, he's going to hit me.
It was definitely, I hope he doesn't hit his gas instead of his brake situation.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But yeah, like I said, it just being able to have that connection that even myself, I felt like for so long that I didn't have, and just being able to just have that from the very beginning and all, just being able to just feel that it was great. I loved it.
Yeah. You know, I love how we all met too in like increments. And we kind of talked about this on the first episode, where like it was like, you know, me and Nick were able to meet Jeramie first, and then Jeramie met David, and then we met, you know, who was next? Lexi was next. And then it was, you know what I mean? Like, so it was like pieces, and you met quite a few of us like kind of at the same time. But then more, you know, then Zoe came, and it was like cool to have that like progression of meeting.
We met in boxes. Like we met almost the same way we met in person. It was like kind of little clumps at a time.
Just a little more rapid maybe, because it kind of happened like boom, boom, boom. But yeah. So cool. Loved that. Yeah. All right, Seth. So tell our viewers, which sounds so weird to say, but tell our viewers a little bit about Seth.
Okay. Kind of long story short, I grew up in Texas. My dad and my mom had gotten a divorce when I was young. Lived with my dad and my grandparents and my sister. Grew up in. I was 3 years old when they.
Real young. Okay.
Yeah. Or that was when they separated, because I actually turned 3 right at. We got back to my grandparents' house at Christmas time, and then in the beginning of the next year is when I turned 3. So yeah, I was I was real little.
Sure.
Kind of had a broken family a little bit as far as my actual parents, but still knew that both of them loved me. Just different things going on and all, but grew up in church. Very active in the church.
And you still are?
Yes, I am.
Good. Yeah.
I have actually went in and out different times with going to church and not. But yes, I am currently active in the church again. It's a different church, but I grew up in Texas. Went through school. When I got out of school, I did a little bit of time with the railroad. And then I went into the military. Came out to Georgia and ended up being in the military out here, and that's where I'm at as of right now.
How long you been in Georgia?
So you've been in, I was gonna say, you've been in Georgia since you joined?
Yeah. I was in the military. I went into the military in April of 2008. Ended up being able to spend my entire time, which was a short time, because of a medical discharge, some stuff with my shoulders and all. But I ended up getting out in 2010. So it was a short stint. I wanted to do longer, but it wasn't in the cards for me.
Yeah.
But ended up having my first son in 2009. And then when I got out of the military, I ended up being kind of an in-between jobs type deal for a little bit. Then I ended up getting on with the highway department here in Georgia. And I've been with them since 2013.
Wow. I didn't realize you had been there that long.
Yeah.
That's a minute, dude. That's a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I enjoy it.
You haven't explained your way out of that place yet?
For the viewers who don't understand that at home, we call it Seth-splaining, because one person will say something and Seth thinks he's a genius, and so he will over-explain everything.
He thinks I talk to the group in a different language and has to re-explain everything I say, but better.
I mean, sometimes you do. Sometimes you do.
Talk be strong.
So stoner talk be strong. That's for sure. All right, Seth, continue. Sorry.
Oh, yeah,
I just had to throw that in there.
But yeah, I've been with them since 2013. Ended up my first wife ended up passing away 2015.
Wow.
How long were you guys married when she passed away?
Yeah, it was a complicated situation, but yeah, we were still technically married.
How long?
2009 until 2015, so like 6 years.
Okay.
And then ended up she ended up passing away with my son when he was young. And then ended up meeting my second wife in 2016, and in 2020 during the whole big COVID deal, we actually got pregnant with my little girl, which is my life. I love that little girl.
Yeah.
But just different things about it. I mean, I worked through that. I've done a little bit of everything with the state, from working storm cleanup to winter weather to a little bit of everything, really. Working on signs on a daily basis, fixing holes in the roads.
What's the craziest thing you ever encountered working for the state?
the craziest thing would probably be some of the storm cleanup and all, because you never know what you're going to be going into.
Sure.
The the worst one that I have had a chance to, as of right now, been able to work was when Hurricane Matthew hit Georgia.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It came in and hit right there at Savannah, which at the time I was living right there close to Savannah.
Okay.
And it was kind of weird because at the time we hadn't gotten the ruling that under a certain or above a certain wind speed we weren't supposed to be out working. So yeah, we were out there. Well, it started out we had to go in contraflow, making the interstate just one way, making it all coming inland. We did that, and then later that evening, we were out clearing trees as the storm was coming in. I actually remember we were trying to take a loader off of a trailer on the interstate, and I'm trying to get the chain unhooked and everything, and it's stuck. And next thing I know, it's pouring down rain. We're all out there with flashlights trying to see, and everybody's out. Next thing we know, everybody's hollering tree, tree, tree. And the only thing that I can think of is I don't know where this tree is. Everybody is staring like ants. So nobody knows where the tree is. So my best bet is to get up underneath the loader.
Sure.
On the back of the trailer. So I jump up there and get up underneath it, and it kind of stops popping. So I'm like, okay, well, I can get this chain undone. So I kick it, and it comes loose and all. We get that taken care of. Get the tree that we were there to get out of the road. And as we're leaving from that one, we get the call. Everybody go back to where you're staying at. Because in a situation like that, we don't get to go home.
Sure.
We are out until the storm is done. So at that particular time, I was actually staying at a headquarters at a maintenance shop, and we were sleeping on military cots, which a lot of people were not comfortable with. Which with me, I was comfortable because I had slept on before.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing how you like relate back to something you've done before, and you're like, yeah, I'm fine.
Oh yeah, and
like other people's like discomfort, you're just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, and it was kind of funny because here we are sleeping in this big bays. Let's see, it was like 3 or 4. It was, I think, 4 bays that you could pull a dump truck into, and then had another area where we had like a double table set up and all where we'd eat at during the week and all. And then there was a couple of offices and all, but it had the old shutter fans on the end of the building. And as we're sleeping in there, it's just sitting there banging those shutters because of the wind and all. Well, we all get up and all, and we end up going out and all and working and cleaning up the roads and all. We're like, okay, we got this one done. We're going to be going back home. We get to go back home. The next storm that comes in, which is a lot smaller, they end up sending us to the elementary school to sleep in the gym with like probably 100 people in there.
Oh.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, jeez, Pete's.
So the big storm, we were sleeping at the headquarters. The little storm is when they started making us sleep at the gym and all. But like I said, like I said, the storm cleanups is what really gets me.
Sure.
I enjoy it. But with that, and that's the biggest thing is I've actually got to go when Hurricane Michael hit down around Florida and all. I was actually put on a team where we went for like a week. We went down and we actually were working in the corner of Florida, Alabama, and Georgia. And
okay,
if you were in a certain area, your phone would actually change the time on you because you would go across the time zone. And that kind of got some confusion going with us because the one that was kind of leading the group of when we were supposed to be back was in that area, and his phone went back an hour. So everybody else came back, and he wasn't there. We're like, okay, where are you at? But
that's literally the story of our lives in this group, because like half of us are in Jeramie's time zone. What is it, Central?
Yeah,
you're Central. And then half of us are Eastern. So it's like funny. Every time I'm like talking to Jeramie about like, okay, I'm going to go live. And he's like, all right, yeah, I'm putting the boy down at 7:30. And I have to like remember like, okay, that's 8:30 my time.
Yeah.
It's just funny. Yeah. I'm not like used to that. Even 4 months later, I'm still like not used to it.
Me neither. Because after I like hang up the phone or end the message or whatever, I'm like, fuck, I should have said 8:30. I should have just told her 8:30 her time.
I know. I do that all the time. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go live at 9:30. And I'm like, I should just tell him 8:30.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Let's just assume it's always 8:30.
That's the thing. Also, here's the other day when you came into a live that I was leading, and you said you had a special guest coming in, and we're like,
you never thought it was me, Jeramie.
And I was like, okay, well, we're sitting there, and
special guest.
You told us to save a spot for the special guest, and we're like, okay, well, and you said they said it would be like 2 minutes.
I did.
The best part is that it took me like 20 minutes later. I rolled in.
Well, he literally, I was on the phone with him, and he was like, all right, give me 2 minutes. I'll be right there. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and pop in. He's like, all right, great. So I pop in, and I'm like waiting down the chat. And then I was like, oh, fuck, I'm just going to go ahead and get up in a box. And so I do. And I was like, I need another box. Like, I was like, 2 minutes, I promise. Well, then someone dropped out of a box for you, Jeramie. Yeah. Dropped out of a box for you. And I was like, okay, because I want to be in here with him. So I'm waiting and waiting. I'm blowing up Jeramie's phone. I'm texting him going, bro, come on. You're taking forever.
Talking to someone literally like on the street the whole time she's blowing my phone up. I don't even know that it's happening.
Yep. Just like the time you muted me for 5 years.
Yes.
Just like that.
I forgot that I even said that I was going to meet you in Seth's Live until I got back, and I got back in the house. I was like, oh no, I was supposed to be in Seth's Live like 10 minutes ago. That's bad.
God, I hate you.
Then
some days I really
a bottom row box with a space next to her, waiting for the special
just waiting for the special guest.
But
the whole point of that was so we could pop up and tell Seth that he was going to be the first guest on the podcast, which was exciting. Yeah. And then I don't know about you, Jer, but I feel like his like reaction was so underwhelming.
It was.
I was
he was genuinely expecting him to be like special guest.
Well, I was genuinely expecting him to be so excited, and he was just like, "Okay." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Okay.
Like, this is a big deal, Seth.
I honestly thought that Joe would have picked someone else in the group. And I've already told y'all who I thought it would be, but I mean, I am honored that y'all wanted to do mine first. And then being able to
most of our lives, bro.
Yeah. And then being able to hear the other reasoning behind it of I was the newest one coming off of the vacation and all.
Yeah.
And being able to,
well, because Seth extended his trip like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Seth just kept hanging out.
We've all been back to regular life for 2 weeks, and he's just been chilling.
Yeah, he has been. He has been chilling. Yeah, he just left. He spent New Year's here. So what you did, you came up for the trip, which was when we filmed the first episode. So the week before Christmas was when we filmed the first and the second episode. I can say that. We filmed the first and second episode while we were on the trip. And then he was here for a few days. Then he went to West Virginia, spent Christmas in West Virginia. And then he was supposed to go home. And we were on live, and he was like, yeah, I'm supposed to go home, but I have to come back through Kentucky to go home. And so you stopped, and John put together a little care package for him, which was fun, like some stuff that he had tried while he was here that's like local to Cincinnati. And then I was like, Seth, how much vacation do you have? Because we were making New Year's plans. And I was like, how about you just stop here and hang out for New Year's? And you were like, let me email my boss. And it happened. And that was what we were able to do, which was cool.
I literally called him, and his exact words were, if you got the time, use it. I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to send you a request in just a few moments. And it took a little bit
longer. I don't think you feel like you wasted any of the time. Do you?
Well, I didn't. I mean, okay, so my boss has told me multiple times, because I would take vacations, but it would be like a working vacation. And he kept telling me, if you take off, you need to relax. You need to go and do something fun.
Yeah.
And I had done that one time before this trip, and it was fun, but it was different. But I told him, I'm gonna have my phone, but I'm not answering it. I'm not gonna have the truck. The crew's gonna have the truck. Which it did end up that I did answer the phone a couple times, but it was just because I forgot to let people know that I was gonna be out and all. But as soon as I let them know, they were like, hey, we'll take care of this and we'll contact this other person until you get back.
That's awesome.
But just being able to just relax and really reset my mind and all.
I mean, there were days where like we were working and you were just like chilling at John's house. And I'm sure it was nice to just like have that time to not be like on call, worried about work, you know, and just like kind of feeling like normal life. You know what I mean? Like almost like you like just lived here.
Yeah. Hang out with.
And see, the thing is, like you said, Courtney, I am on call 24 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
So it literally is a situation where, I get home or whatever, and I get on boxes or get on a live or whatever, but the phone is still right there beside me. I'm still waiting for that phone to ring, and I'm like, I got a dip. I've done it in boxes before. Hey, we got a stop sign down, and I try to get someone to handle it for me, and they not be able to.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, I got a dip. I'm gonna go take care of this sign, and then I'll be back.
Sure.
And I mean, it's little stuff like that, but just being able to be around people and not have to worry about that situation, and just, like I said, just being able to reset my mind and all, it really helped me. So no, I don't feel like I wasted a single second of the vacation.
Good.
There was times where it was slow. There was times where it was busy. But that's kind of how my life is anyways.
Sure.
So, I mean, like the very first night or the very first day that we got there, we were hanging out that night. Ended up, I fell asleep at the island right there.
So much like alive. So much like real life live happening right there.
Yes.
Okay, so wait, let's explain. So let's Seth explain for the chat. So Seth falls asleep in boxes on live, literally at the drop of a hat.
In every live,
every single live. Yeah, he will be like on camera sitting there. It got so bad to the point where my husband and I dressed up as Jeramie and Seth for Halloween. I was Jeramie and Trevor was Seth, and we have a picture of Seth where someone had gifted him. It's like a bow. It's a bow knot, so it's this giant pink bow above your head. We have a picture of Seth fast asleep, laying in his bed, glasses on camera with this giant bow knot, and Trevor was that for Halloween, which was hilarious. So, we're sitting at the island talking. I think Jeramie and I were like across from Seth at the island, and there's a couple other people in the room, and all of a sudden, Seth's asleep at the island.
Yep.
It was just like we were in boxes. It was wild. Yep.
But I mean, ended up I went to sleep after that, in the bed. I went to bed that night, and but even though I was on vacation, I still woke up early,
Yeah.
like extremely early. Like,
That's just your like internal clock. Yeah.
yeah, and ended up being able to get into one of my normal lives I get into, which is a Bible study and prayer request one, and just being able to kind of have that normalcy still, but at the same time being able to be away from everything, being able to just say, "Hey,
That it was
this
different
is
going from that Bible study to Jeramie knocking on your door saying, "Get up!
yeah, yes."
What the fuck are you doing, Seth? Get up!"
Yep.
Um, but yeah, like I said, it just being able to just have that time of being able to be alone, but at the same time be around people. Because I've told all of y'all, and everybody else that y'all will get to interview, I've told all of y'all, I fall asleep so well on live because of the noise. Um,
I think it's because
but
you're comfortable around us, Seth. I think you
yeah,
like
it
us.
is. Um, like I said, just it makes it where I can kind of clear my head and just be able to relax. Um, but just being able to have that time of being able to be around y'all and the craziness of the trip, when everybody was at the Airbnb and all, just
Peak
being able to,
blackout.
yeah, just being able to just in a way kind of still relax my body and all. I was like, man, this is so much better than even in the boxes and all.
Mhm.
So yeah, I enjoyed it.
I don't know how you
Seth,
could
what
relax
was
with all the fake punching going on.
That night I was actually sober.
yeah, Seth drove me home that night. I think.
Me,
Was that no, you didn't. Angelina
no,
drove me home that night.
I drove you home the next night.
That's right. Hey, Seth, what was your favorite, like, what was like the most fun thing that you think we did during the trip?
Of the original trip
Yeah.
or the
Yeah.
entire trip?
The
Ooh.
initial like get together.
Okay, the initial get together with everyone there, and then we'll get to like your entire trip.
Yeah.
Okay. Probably the initial trip. Um, I would probably have to say when we went to Rabbit Hash.
Mm.
That was fun.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
very
cool.
cool.
That was a
Um,
really good day.
It
yeah,
was. That was.
It
and
was just a chill day.
for those of y'all that don't know what Rabbit Hash is, it's this little community that is. I had to get one in.
I love
Um,
it. No, go ahead.
but the the mayor is actually a dog that they elect every couple of years.
Yep.
But it's right there on the Cincinnati River. And it's just a beautiful little community right there that if you don't know where it is, you would miss it. But it's got a little country store where you can go in there and get some stuff and all. And I just being able to go there and then taking
It's a vibe. It's a total
yeah,
vibe down there.
It
and
is.
then
It was such a cool
Yeah.
place, though. We got such
Yeah.
good pictures down there. We all got such good pictures down there.
Yeah, we got our only group photo, like full group
Everybody.
photo.
Yep.
yeah, and the bad part about it was the whole group wasn't there, but of everybody that was still there, we were able to get a group picture, and
Mhm.
I mean it was a great picture.
It was.
But yeah, just that was probably the most fun part, except for doing the podcast because I enjoyed doing the podcast with y'all.
Yeah.
And taking care of Bear and just kind of be on the tech team and all. I loved it.
Yeah.
But just being able to just have those little small things like that.
It was cool. It was cool.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And then as far as like my entire trip, man, it would be a tight tie between Rabbit Hash again, but then the day that me and you, Courtney, went up to get Trevor from the Bengals game, and then we
Yeah.
went up to where you and Trevor got married, and being able to
Mhm.
just look over the city and all. I mean,
Yeah.
just being able to see different things like that, and then y'all just kind of showed me a little bit about y'all's area and all, because I've never been to that area,
Yeah.
and I love the area with the history and things like that. Just being able to just have that and be able to say, "Oh man, this is this little spot," and it wasn't really a small spot, but this spot just being able to just overlook the whole city of Cincinnati. I'm like, man, this is beautiful.
You know
And
what my favorite thing about living in Cincinnati is that I don't think people give it credit for what it is.
Sure.
yeah,
And I think a lot of people think it's like this tiny little podunk city and that like not a lot happens here. And it's actually like one of the most filmed in cities, because producers love to like work here because it's cheap to film here. And also the people that live here are super nice, which like David and Steph, I mean, that was like one of the things that they said to us initially
Yeah.
was, I have not met a single rude person here. And that's so true. The people in
yeah,
Cincinnati are great. The area is really cool and it's really different. So like obviously you have Cincinnati,
The
Indiana, and
setup of
Kentucky all right
everything is
there.
so different, and you can drive to different areas of the city, and it's like
yeah,
a whole new city set up,
Yeah.
a whole new
And not only that,
area.
but you can be like downtown and then 15 minutes later you're like butt fuck nowhere. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like it's
Yeah.
literally in the middle of nowhere. So like you have your community of people that like to go hunting and fishing and doing all that thing, and then like for dinner they like clean up, go to dinner downtown Cincinnati, which you don't
yeah,
get that a lot. Like we have to
Right.
drive like super far sometimes.
Yep.
But that's the number one thing I love about living in this city is that it's so vast and there's so many different things to do. So you're like never bored when you're here. Unless you
yeah,
live here and you think you're bored, but like when you really look
You're
at
just
it,
not
there's
trying
so
hard
many.
enough.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's like there was a couple things that I wanted to try and do while I was up there that I didn't get a chance to, but if I get a chance to go back up there, I'm going to do.
You're always
Um,
welcome.
but like the different museums that you were telling me about and all, I I'm like, man, this is so neat, and then I didn't get a chance to do it just because of timing and all. I was like, "Well, man, I wanted to do this and didn't get a chance to, but yeah, like I said, those were probably my two. And then I do have to say, going and being able to visit some of the other group at their home in West Virginia,
Yeah.
just being able to spend some
Well,
time
you
with
got to
them.
spend Christmas with them, which was cool.
Yeah,
You're close.
um,
You're super close to them too. So like,
Yeah.
yeah,
it's just added family for you.
oh
Sure.
yeah, and it is, and just being able to just be around more people for the whole holiday season, and all, because I was kind of down in the dumps with the holidays and all.
Yeah.
Um, until you started decorating your house, Courtney. Um, yeah,
You even said that. It's so funny because, like, right after Thanksgiving, actually, I started before Thanksgiving.
yeah, you started
And
before.
I typically don't. So, anybody that comments later and says, like, oh, she started before, I typically don't. But I had this meetup coming and I knew it was happening and I was stressed the hell out. So, I had to get it done because I had 16 people coming to my home.
Yeah,
There we go. But anyway, yeah, I'd started doing that. And you were like, you know what, Courtney? Like, I'm actually getting in the holiday season, like in the holiday spirit. And the more I decorated and the more I got done, you kept saying, like, oh, you're real. Like, I actually listened to Christmas music today. And I was like, you know what? That's so cool. Like, I'm glad that you kind of got out of your day to day funk and were able
yeah,
to just like embrace the fact that, yes, the holiday season can be overwhelming and it can be lonely for people who live alone and things like that. But
Facts.
it doesn't have to be, you know.
yeah,
And you were able to spend Christmas with people. So that's amazing. And people that you love and are close
The
to.
whole
And that's
holiday
cool.
season. You got to spend the whole holiday season with,
Yeah.
different people.
And that was just being able to, like I said, being able to be around different ones. It helped me so much. And
Yeah.
I really can't tell y'all thank y'all enough. Because I don't think I would be where I'm at now if it wasn't for this group.
I think all of us can say that.
Very much so.
I think we've all done like a lot for each other, and we've all been there for a lot of, like, we talked about the first episode, like when I had my gallbladder removed, when Jeramie has had a tough couple of months. We all know that. Things that you are going through on a personal level every day. And so I think that each one of us has kind of had our own, like you said, our own struggles and things that we're going through, and we've been able to lean on each other, which has been kind of amazing.
Yeah, mine kind of tends to happen publicly within the group anyways.
Yeah, there's no hiding your shit from us.
Nah.
That's all right. It's all right. It's better to, better out than in, they always say.
Yeah. Who cares, right?
Some of it just maybe like keep it in. Maybe keep it in.
Oh no. Too far.
All right, so Seth, I'm going to call you out on it because I want to, and I'm going to. And it happened on live, so I can. Tell me about ending the trip. Right? So there was that live that you had, and I pop in and I'm like in a great mood. I'm like, just started my new job. I'm like so excited and I'm having a great day. And Seth looks like someone just kicked his dog, for lack of a better word. I mean, he was so upset. So let's talk about it. What were you feeling? Like, what was going through your brain? You're getting ready to leave the next day? Yeah, the next day.
Yeah, it's the next day.
Tell me about it.
Really what it was is just, I've never been the one to go somewhere and have to leave. I've always been in the place where everybody goes to. So having that, and the thing is, I thought it was going to be just one time there in Kentucky.
Yeah.
And kind of going back to that, I told all the boys, which Jared, Nick, and John, we came up to Drake's and ate and saw you and Zoe and all. And when we went out to the truck and all to say bye, because they were taking Jared up to the bus stop, and I was getting my car to go to West Virginia, I was like, man, I got to get in the car before I start crying, because I don't show emotion in front of people.
Sure.
I've grown up. You don't show emotion.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's because we're older, Seth.
But
old Paul's over here.
But then being able to have that one, and then I was like, okay, well, I'm done with this group. I'll have it when I get back or whatever. And then being able to kind of have that with Amber and her family there in West Virginia. I was like, okay. And then when it came up that I was going to be coming back to Kentucky, I was like, man, this is going to be that much even worse. Because I've gotten so close to y'all. But I was sitting there kind of getting my stuff together, getting ready to where the next morning or the next day I could leave to come back to Georgia. I was like, man, I really don't want to go. I know I got to, but it's kind of like the thing that we call each other out each night, the FOMO of the fear of missing out and all. But on top of that, it was just, y'all are my family now, and just being able to go on a live and yeah, like you said, you're calling me out on it. I broke down, because it wasn't that I don't even really know how to say it. It was just that
What?
I didn't want.
I know
didn't-
how to say it. I know how to say it. You felt
just
at home
said
here.
Yeah,
You
I
felt at
did.
home here, and you felt at home with us, and that
Yeah,
made a huge difference for you,
It did.
you know? And I think
Well,
Jeramie
that's
could
what I
probably
got. That's
relate to that a
exactly what
lot.
it's about.
Yeah.
Finding
But
15 other people you dig, that's fucking hard.
yeah,
And also, like, probably never thought that would ever happen.
yeah.
Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Here I am.
But
I've tried to leave.
just being able to have that group, and like I said, the group just pours into each other so much. It's like
Mhm.
we know everybody's going through certain things. We may not know all the details, but we know everybody's going through certain things.
I'm just glad I'm not the only one that's cried in front of you guys now.
Well,
I've cried on live like 100 times. I cried in person.
but yeah,
I ugly cried in person.
like you said, yeah, I cried, and there's a lot of people that were just pouring into me saying, "Hey, it's okay, let it out."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't do this. I don't show emotion, and to have some of the key people in our group saying, "Seth, it's okay to let those emotions out.
Mm-hmm.
It's normal," and I'm like, it's not normal for me, but
Sure.
just being able to have it kind of called out, like you said, and being able to just enjoy that time
Mm-hmm.
was really good.
Pretty amazing.
It was. It was.
All right. So I'm going to call him Producer Carrot has a question for Seth. And we have like a little chat over here on the side. And he actually has asked this question. It says, if you could write a list listing everyone you love, how far would you have to go down that list to find your name, Seth? This is kind of a conversation we had the other day. And I think that's why Carrot's
It's a big
asked.
question too.
It's a big question. And I think we can probably all answer it.
I think
I'm going to make Jeramie.
all of us are pretty low on our own lists.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Because that's like
Okay.
that's a real thing. And I think that's really relatable for a lot of people.
Very
You know, I
much
think
so.
a lot of people feel that way.
Care why?
I know. He asked, hey, but you know what? He asked the good questions, and he should probably be doing this and not me and Jeramie.
Well, no. The reason why I said
Right.
is because I can already feel the emotions starting to come up now.
Good.
Because like Carrot said here the other day, in that live, is there are people that pour into other people,
Mm-hmm.
and then there are people that kind of receive that pouring out. And I kind of see myself as the one who pours in a lot.
Mm-hmm. You do a lot.
Just because of
Who you are.
my background and just who I am, and being able to really just find myself in that list. It's
tough.
I mean, really and truly, I would probably have to say probably about number 75 to 100, really, or lower.
Yeah.
Because,
you know, and I, as somebody who, like, because Seth, like you, I consider myself someone who pours into people. That's my love language is like, I want to like love on people. That's how I show you that I love you, is that I do for you.
yeah.
And I pour into you and I make you feel better. And I'm always the one that's like there for people, but it's really hard for me to like ask for help when I need it.
I think
And
that's
to
what
accept
locks this group
Yeah.
in. I think that's all, like everything you just said is what locks this group in. Because I
Yeah,
feel
no,
like
for
that's
sure.
accurate for every single person in the group. There are a bunch of
Mhm.
givers, don't know how to receive.
Yeah, no, like the other
And then
day
just
I was in my live and Nick and Widow were like going insane with gifts, and then Carrot started gifting, and like everyone was, and I was like, guys, you have to stop. Like, I don't want your money. I don't want this like praise. Like, I don't need it.
yeah,
You know what I
that's the
mean?
one I
And
came in too late, huh? I came
Yeah.
in late
yeah,
at the later end of that one. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I was like, I
Courtney
got really
crying.
emotional, and it wasn't even about like, it's
It's
never
not the
about the
money, it's
money.
the support. It's not the
It's the
money, it's the
support,
support.
and it's the things they were
Yeah.
saying along with it. It was
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
you do so much for us, like let us love on you, and like we can't do it right now in person, so like let us just be there and show you how much we love you.
right.
And as
In a
somebody
small
who is
way.
always giving and
Sure,
not
sure.
used to that receiving part, that is like
Yeah,
overwhelming.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like hard to
It's
stop
hard to
and think
swallow
like, wait,
sometimes that people really love us.
I know. But
Yeah.
also another like point, you have to let people love you too, because if that's also their love language, like
Sure, sure.
they want to feel like they're giving just as much to that friendship or that
Yeah,
relationship.
yep.
Yeah.
And like if you don't allow them to do that, then you're blocking their love in a sense, and you don't want to do,
Mhm.
you don't want to hurt people and do that. So you have to like remember that there is a balance to that.
Right.
So when
100%.
we tell you, Seth, like it's okay to be vulnerable with us. It's okay to let us love on you. It's okay to like let us be there. It's not out of a, not even being
Let the
mean.
group
It's
pour
just
into
like,
you as much as you pour into it.
yeah, you know,
That's all.
it's
And
tough to do.
and like Carrot has said also, is that is something that he's having to work on, is learning that also. I'm
Mhm.
having to learn that also, just as much, because
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't never been truly loved. So to find a group of people that I've known for such a short time, and to really feel like they really truly love me the way that I'm starting to see that y'all do, is it's kind of
I feel
hard in
that
a
too.
way,
I,
because
I feel that so
I'm
hard.
not used to it. And just being able to just accept it at times is hard.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes the hardest
Because then
part.
it forces you to think about how you love yourself, right? Because
Yeah.
you're like, okay, well, I love all these people and they love me, but like, why?
It's like looking in a mirror too, because you have to take a long, hard look at yourself and like feel the value. Like, am I
Yeah.
important enough to get this stuff? Am I
Yeah.
Yeah.
important enough
And
for
that's
this
how I
kind of
feel a lot
support?
of times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Carrot said, Seth, being a giver, do you feel like you give more because you are trying to give others what you've never received? How would you explain or why? That's a
Ooh, I
great
like that
question.
question as a follow up. That's a good follow up to that.
Again, Carrot should probably be doing this and not me and Jeramie.
That's why he's a producer.
Um, yeah, I I try to do it because I want other people to have it better than what I've had.
Yeah,
Sure.
I
If
get
if I'm able to help, I want to help. Um, and there's been times that I've been taken advantage of. Um, and I look back on that and I'm like, well, is this going to be the same situation? And I mean, every time I look at our group, I'm like, no, it's not the same situation.
Mm-mm.
But it's just being able to have that time of reflecting back. I'm like, why do I do it so much? And
Yeah.
then being able to say, well, I want to be able to show my love to the group and be able to have that time and different things. And it's man, it just being able to just have that time of being able to pour into the group, and then at the same time not expecting anything in return, but then almost instantly it feels like the group is pouring right back in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've actually told everybody in the group, don't send me gifts. I don't want the gifts. I don't want them. I don't want them. And they're like, no, you are going to get the gifts, and you're going to.
You just give up at that point because you know they're going to
Yeah.
do it. And it's just like,
Probably
whatever.
more so if you tell them not to.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. There are some of them that will send even harder if you don't. Yeah.
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 And that's what I've realized. And I'm like, I've gotten now where I try to take it as, hey, this is just, like you said, Courtney, y'all try and pour back into me, and me trying to be where I accept their love in that type of way.
Sure.
But yeah, it's rough at times to be able to see where that is coming from.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and it's like a real thing too. Like you just don't realize like how it can affect you and like how these people can affect your life and how your life has changed even. Cause like, let's look back on, you know,
Because of it.
where we all started, you know, I mean, you and Jeramie were doing solo lives together. And, like we've talked about in the last 2 episodes, actually, is how I met Jeramie is you were live with him, hosting, and I was in the chat. And, you know, Seth, I didn't really know you at the time. I had just met Jeramie, like just met him.
Yep.
And that night I was really able to get kind of a good feel of both of you and how well you guys vibe together. And then I started coming into your morning lives. And that was when I was starting to come into your morning lives. And I would come in, not all the time, because I was still working super late, but I would pop in every once in a while and, you know, send up my little prayer stuff and talk to you about that. And I remember, and we don't have to get into like the details of it, but I remember one specific live. And this was probably the live that got me closer to you, I will say. You had a certain person in the chat of your life, and we were having a really great live. You know, it was a really great live. And me and you were just talking, and there was a couple people in and out, but then at one point it was just me in the chat. And we were just actually, I think I had given like a specific prayer request. And we were kind of talking about that, and then someone popped in and started kind of trolling you a little bit and saying some really nasty things, and they were affecting you personally, very emotionally and personally. And I didn't know you super well at the time. And I just remember like feeling I feel like you felt a little helpless at that point in time. I was the only person that wasn't trolling you in the live. And I just remember saying like, Seth, make me a moderator and let me handle it because you're not handling this. And like I said, I didn't know you at the time. And I just felt like, okay, like he needs help and I need to be the one to do this right now because he's not doing it. And
you were pouring into the guy Court before he was even part of the group.
Yeah, but you know, I feel like he had already poured into me like quite a few times in his morning lives because, you know, I had given him like, I was going through some stuff in my life too. Some family stuff was happening, and I had kind of told Seth about it in his lives. Like, hey, can you just like pray for my family? And this is what's going on and and he was like very receptive to that. And so when I was in there and I saw this happening, like other people would have probably just been like, okay, I'm out of here. You know what I mean? And I just like, I couldn't leave him. Like I just couldn't do it.
Right.
And so he made me a moderator and I blocked the person from his live immediately. And like I said, like he made me a mod and he did not know me. like at all.
Right.
And then he never took that mod power away. And I've been a mod ever since then in his lives.
Meant to
So
be.
yeah, I think,
It was meant to be.
you know, that was kind of my like first real encounter with you, Seth, is like where I could say like, okay, like we'll become friends after
When
that.
Seth got comfortable to go live himself and was co-hosting with me and like would battle with me and stuff, like that was big too, just because it was like he was the first dude on TikTok that I really like got tight with and close to, because I started with a couple other girls that they had got me into battling and stuff, and I met Seth
Yeah.
in their chats, and then he started co-hosting with me, and it's been he's definitely a day one for me.
Yeah.
And then
He's
we
not
went.
quite a day one for me, but he's like a month one for me.
We've known each other since like my third day on TikTok.
I love that. That's real. That's cool
It's been a
shit.
long fucking road, Seth, but it's been kind of a fun one.
Oh yeah, but like I said, then we started going into late night conversations where it was just me and you, and then have a couple
not even battles going on. We were just co-hosting and talking and stuff.
Yeah.
That's how Courtney caught us that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So really,
And-
it all played a role, man. Everything that happened was for a reason.
And
Yeah.
Courtney, I didn't
25 people in a group because of it.
Yeah.
I didn't even remember that live until you started telling about it. And
After that, you started coming around to my lives, actually.
I like that you guys met organically and Seth and I met organically, but totally separate. And he's been in both of our lives, you know, like he's
Yeah.
been part of both of our separate TikTok experiences and now our combined one.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're the first dude on here, Seth. That's why you're the first guest.
Yep.
You're important. You're important to the group.
Not the cornerstone, old Sethopher.
I might be.
We love to give Seth a hard time,
you're the most father role guy in the group. You're the one who dads out on people.
Yeah. Which is probably why we make fun of you the most, because you're like the dad, and we're like, no, Dad, don't tell me what to do. When the kids start acting up, Seth is like, son of a bitch, chill out. Like the other day, Carrot was saying some feral shit.
Being a dad to the group was at the party where I got blamed. What did you let the kids do?
Serious. No. Hold on. You did not get blamed. I got blamed for leaving. It was my fault because I wasn't there to monitor. And I said, okay, well, you guys are fucking adults. Jesus Christ.
I take no responsibility.
Clearly,
Yeah,
clearly. God.
That was part of the problem.
Maybe the whole problem.
I could have
David was actually not the problem for once.
The whole 3-day stretch, I was kind of.
Yeah, no shit. Fully aware. God bless. You know what though? It was amazing. I just love that we could all like let loose and have a good time and
it was amazing.
Be whatever it is. But no, we give Seth such a hard time all the time. And let's talk about that, Seth, because like I feel like
I love it.
For a while, I would like kind of take it easy on you because I felt kind of bad. I was like, damn, everyone like really like fucks on Seth. You know what I mean? Like, and then there was one day Seth had Snapchatted me and he was just like, are you going to be live tonight? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, he goes, okay, good. Cause like, I love when you give me a hard time too. And I was just like, what? And he was like, yeah, I love it. And I was just like, all right. So then I realized that like Seth's love language low key is being bullied.
Yeah.
Where I'm a softie and I'm like, don't bully me. But I like, you know, it's like older brothers just like picking on me all the time. But then I turn it around and I like funnel all of that to Seth.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you receive love better that way?
I do. Because that's how I've been my whole life, really.
Yeah.
I've been the one where I'll say I feel like I've been the black sheep of the family majority of my life.
I think we are all black sheep. I think that's why we all get along, is because every one of us is kind of like that weird, different, unlikely.
Yeah.
Let me just plug that
unlikely
right in there.
person in each of our families.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, I've always been kind of that aspect, and it just being able to kind of have the aspect of, and we've actually said it here recently, if we're not picking on you, that's when you need to worry.
Right.
Or
100%.
so being able to have that time where I can kind of take the heat off of like you, Courtney, or any of the others, and it kind of get funneled to me. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is them showing that they care about me.
I'm
and
never
all,
making
and
fun of you again in life. Now that
until
I know it makes
tonight,
me feel good, I'm never going to do it again.
until tonight,
No, or it's real. Like when Seth pisses you off and says some stuff that makes you feel. You want to talk about it, Seth? It did just happen yesterday. The ceiling fan incident.
Oh,
So I got a new ceiling fan for Christmas. Okay, the one in my master bedroom shit out on me. So I told my mom that I wanted this ceiling fan, and she bought it for me for Christmas as one of my Christmas gifts. So it comes in, we get it, whatever. And I'm on live in Seth's live, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to go install this ceiling fan real quick. Let's be real. Trevor was installing it. However, I said I was installing it because I wanted to see the reaction from everyone else. And I didn't like the reaction, which is kind of my fault, honestly. But Seth was like, oh, Courtney, you need to hire an electrician. And I was like, what do you mean?
I asked, is it your brother an electrician? Because
Okay, either way.
when
insult
I had came back up there, you had said that
Seth
Johnny
did not know that I had installed my ceiling fan in my old bedroom at my parents' house when I was like 27 or something like that. I don't know. It was a couple years ago. And so then I was just like, no, I'm going to install it. And he was like, I mean, are you sure you should do that? Like, you know what you're doing? And I was like, just kidding. Trevor's installing it. I'm just supervising. And he goes, oh, good. Well, Trevor's not an electrician, so that's wild that you would assume that my husband would be able to do it better than me.
Not even going to allow that laughter to be on camera, Seth.
So I jumped into a box because I was just in section 8. I jumped into a box and I went off on Seth for like 5 seconds. But the second I hit the request button, Jeramie, it was so funny. The second everyone who was a moderator in that live saw that I requested up, they said, ooh, Seth's in trouble. It was so funny.
Came to visit Seth.
Yeah, even Carrot said like his eyes got so wide when he saw that I requested up. He was like, oh shit, she's gonna be mad.
That's funny. That's funny.
Then Seth texted me and he's like, it's not what I meant. I just meant that like people aren't comfortable doing electric work. And I said, it's okay, Seth. I'll get back to churning butter and making sandwiches.
Fair enough.
Anyway, I did not install the ceiling fan, but I did help. I held it up. I got tools.
It's helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, we have actually seen you standing on the back of the couch trying to do stuff. And that was another issue in my mind when you first said it was, do you have a ladder that you're going to be able to use to be able to
no, we stood on the bed. We 100% stood on the bed. And the whole time Bear was like walking around our feet. So we were like uneven. I'm like holding this ceiling fan up and I was just like, and I almost fell over like probably 3 times. And all I could think of, so Trevor is like pulling it down off the ceiling, right? Okay, this motherfucker that installed the ceiling fan, the people who lived in the house before us, used drywall screws to hang it up. So these are like this long. Mind you, they're stripped. So Trevor has to like, I'm holding the old ceiling fan, which is huge. Okay, I'm on the bed, so I'm uneven, holding the ceiling fan. My arms are tired as hell. There's dust all over me. And Trevor goes, it's stripped. I have to go get my impact. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And he's like, yeah. I was like, well, you got to put the hook back up. And he goes, Courtney, I already took it down. Like, you got to hold it. So I'm standing there. He has to go all the way out to the driveway to get in his service truck to get the tools out that he needs. I'm hearing him like fumbling around in the truck, just holding. I'm just like, oh my God, my biceps are going to be so freaking strong after this. Like, I'm going to be ripped, basically.
See, my concern
yeah,
was valid then.
Yeah. I mean, your concern was valid, but like, I'm still offended.
Just don't be a hater about it, Seth.
Yeah, just be supportive next time, Seth. Say, Courtney, just because you're a woman doesn't mean that you can't do anything you put your mind to.
Sounds like words right from Seth's mouth.
Basically. That's basically what he said. Cancel him. Everyone cancel him. I'm just kidding. Don't cancel him. Not me telling the entire internet to cancel Seth.
Who's Seth?
Like the ultimate troll. God bless. Well, how do you feel?
Not to troll you again, Seth, but it is that time. I told you what I was going to ask you.
Oh,
you did.
Yeah,
you said that was going to be the first question.
No,
are you sure?
I totally lied. I said maybe not first question, but I'll pop it in.
I'm ready.
Are you sure you're ready for the answer?
Of course, I know it's not me.
I'm ready. Go ahead and ask it, Jer.
Which one of us is your favorite?
And why is it me?
And why is it Courtney?
I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all both right now.
That you don't like either one of us and neither of us are your favorites?
It's actually
the ultimate slam.
It's actually producer Carrot.
I'd fall out of it.
Between the two of y'all, there is no favorite.
Just between the two of us, so there is a favorite somewhere else. I'm offended.
Wow.
Way to say it without saying it, Seth. Yeah. All right. Well,
between the two of y'all have both helped me so much in my personal growth. And this is with everybody in the group. Y'all have all helped me so much through these last couple months, and I know it's just going to continue. So yeah, I can't pick a favorite, and I can't pick a favorite in the whole group, because if I say, like, Jerry, you're my favorite because you were day one for me. Well, Courtney, I say you're my favorite because you've actually came into my lives.
I just want you to know that on my screen, when he said Courtney, he's pointing at me, and when he said Jerry, he's pointing at you.
Okay. Oh my God, that's so funny.
But Courtney, you came into my lives.
Jeramie never goes.
For the very first time ever. Just a couple days
ago. Special guest. What a lame special guest for the first time ever. That's why I was a special guest. It was my first time in there.
But no, then I look at like Nick.
Wait, so that would be the only reason I'd be your favorite? That is lame as hell, Seth.
No, what I'm saying is each person in the group has their own thing that they have done.
The facts.
Like you, Courtney, you have literally helped me with so much that just the times where we're able to just talk.
Yeah, I get it.
And all,
I was kidding, Seth. That was a joke. Again,
I know, but
it was a joke.
I mean, and that's the thing. Everybody has their little things that they have helped me. Carrot is way up there.
Don't say nice things about Carrot.
I'm gonna actually call Carrot out on something. He hasn't been doing his Carrot's Corner
connection.
For a while.
Oh, Carrot's Corner, yeah.
Oh man, Seth wants to sit in Carrot's Corner, and I think that's a little weird.
But
do you want to explain what Carrot's Corner is?
Yes, I will. What it was is Carrot each morning. It would be between me and him, I think, of who would be up first. But what it is each morning on Snapchat, our group, he would send out little inspirational little things and all.
Blurbs.
Yeah, and just being able to just see that, and then Carrie not even realizing what I'm going through that particular day, and being able to read it, and I'm like, man, that really speaks to me. I mean, I was even sharing it with my guys at work a couple
love
times
that.
because it just, when you get someone like that, it really speaks to you, and then you can't help but want to share it with someone else. But then the videos that Carrot sends, I mean, just like I said, there's so many people in our group that have their little things that they do on a daily basis. I can't pick a favorite.
That's fair.
I mean, I've said it probably 100 times in here already, but I love everybody in our group. I love every single one of y'all.
We love you too, Seth.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had to lose y'all for some reason, it would just tear me up.
Oh, same. Officially life changed.
Yeah. But
you guys are
to answer the question properly, Courtney, you're my favorite.
I knew it.
You know what, world? I'm gonna be so mean to him in boxes for all of you.
You know, he's going to be mean to me too now because he's going to be like, well, you're Seth's favorite, so.
But the reason why...
I'm getting out of here and starting a live. Bye. I'm just kidding.
No, the reason why is because everybody gives Courtney a hard time about Courtney not being funny. I find all of her jokes funny. All of her jokes funny. So
it does stick up for me a lot.
She's like 3 for 19 with me tonight.
I'm 3 for what?
19-ish. Maybe 20.
Like 19, 20 jokes, and you think 3 of them have been funny?
Yeah, so.
No. I do have to disagree, Jer.
Of course you
will. All 19. Listen, you know what's so funny, Seth? And you will be the only person that's probably honest enough to answer this question. Jeramie says I'm not funny all the time, right? However, every time I say something in a live and he like wants to laugh at me, and then he falls out of the screen.
Yep.
And I know it's because he's laughing at me, and it's not just because he's like second embarrassed.
He's actually told me that when he leans off camera, it's because he's laughing. Just like he just did. Or
listen, Jeramie.
Like he just did.
Earlier today, Carrot admitted to me that he thinks I'm hilarious.
Carrot.
If you want to go ahead and admit it.
No, I'm good.
Go for it. No? Don't know?
I said you were my best friend already. We are already really pushing things nice that I can say out loud.
Yeah, but why would you be best friends with someone that you don't think is funny?
Because I need somebody not funny to even out how funny I am.
No.
You're not even... No, that's not how that works.
I gave you a reason to boo me right now, and you didn't. So, boo! We don't even have to be by each other for me to do it.
All right. Well, that, folks, I think should maybe wrap it up since Jeramie just booed at me.
Maybe.
God bless. All right.
You or did he boo me?
Both of you at the same time.
He booed both of us, 100%. Whatever.
That's all right.
Listen, at this point, I think my skin is about as thick as a damn callus because Jeramie thinks that it's going to like hurt my feelings, and it's not, because I was a restaurant manager for 4 years and you really can't hurt my feelings anymore.
I cooked. I know what you mean.
So with that, we're going to wrap it up. Seth, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks a lot, Seth.
Thank you for being our first guest. That was absolutely amazing of you to agree, even if your response was extremely underwhelming. I'll forgive you this one time. Just don't let it happen again.
I will say I was kind of nervous But once we got started, it felt like home.
Yeah.
So,
There's a natural kick. Like
Yeah.
we have a natural vibe.
Yeah.
so
Well, it's because we do this every single night, and we talk
Yeah.
every single night.
Every single night.
Mhm.
Just like this almost, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just another night in boxes, you know? That's exactly why I love this setup, is because it's literally just bigger boxes.
Yeah.
But
We're legitimately gonna get off here and then go live. So
yeah. Okay, so one more time at the bottom of the screen, Carrot, if you can put it up. If you have not seen the other episodes, please go watch the other episodes. If you click that link right there, it'll take you right to our YouTube page. And thank you so
And if
much,
you enjoy
Seth.
it, make sure you subscribe to
Yeah.
it.
subscribe,
Absolutely.
please.
Hit the bell and subscribe to everything so you get notifications on any new episodes. We drop them every Thursday
Look out for
at
shorts
midnight.
coming up too. Look out for more
Mhm.
shorts being let out.
Again, we've got
Sethopher.
Sethopher, Court Snort, and the Toxic Jeramie. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.
Love you all.
Bye.
All right, I think it's stopping. All right.